ート。02メートルは2レーがリード。
What's good, guys? It's Eugene. Welcome back to the channel. Now today we'll be walking around one of those Japanese dinosaurs that was born in 1994. I'll just tell you a little bit of the car and how I got the car and how it's a little bit sad that condition that it is right now. And yet I'm gonna be working on the car and reviving it, so today hopefully I'll get it to start and I'll get it to clean. I'll get the engine as clean as possible, because the oil that's in that engine is I don't know how to say that, but the charcoal miners are not even gonna compete to the level of the blackness right here. I'm not even sure if it's been ever changed for its proper maintenance periods, or if it's just got old, because it's probably hasn't been changed for around 5 years. I got the car, it was sitting before that for 3 years. That's what the owner said. And in my hands it's been sitting for about a year and a half. And it's been sitting for a year and a half because I couldn't get the oil filters for that car for a price that they're actually worth, which is $5 to $7. Yet in Canada, people sell them for $70 to $100, and it's just ridiculous how people use that market and just jack the prices up into the ridiculousness. This is the filter that I wanted to show you. It's a regular filter. It's not made of gold, it's not made of silver, it doesn't have a diamond paint on it. It's a regular filter, and it's not worth $70 to $100. It's worth regular $5, $7, $10, $15. And I'm not sure why people charge such a ridiculous amount of money in Canada or in the States for these filters. It's a regular filter. Stop overpricing. Next is what I'm gonna show you is the engine compartment. This is the 4M40 engine. It has the intercooler right here, and the hood has this scope right here. So if you see that scope, that means that this is a diesel engine, and this is the 2.8 turbo diesel engine. I pulled out the air intake, and then the turbo is glued right there. It's a little bit sad condition since it has some play in it. And all the all the engine filters had some oil on it too. That means that it's a pretty sad condition. This is the transmission fluid, as much as I remember. The engine dipstick is hidden behind the intercooler. A little bit rusty, a little bit not really nice looking. This is the battery compartment. Currently it has one battery, but I'm gonna convert it into 2 batteries. It's gonna be placed side by side. It's a regular Delica setup too, for like a cold winter setup, or just to have those extra amps at your startup. Overall, since we are in a salty country, the salty state, unfortunately there is quite a lot of salt on that car, and you can see that through this rust that it has. But what I really like is that this car has 8 headlights. I mean 6 fog lights and the regular 2 headlights that are made of glass. And all of those fog lights, they also have the glass, not the plastic trash. Especially those Super Off-Roader IPF, which look pretty sad. They look really sad because you can pretty much punch a hole through with your finger in it. But those ones are actually activated with the remote control that came with the car too, and it's pretty nice. This is how she looks from the side. Intercooler turbo 2800, and this is the crystal light roof, crystal light feature. And unfortunately the other problem with those cars, as you can see, if you can see, is that it's getting pretty rusty on the mechanisms for the roof. And that's why I took off the headliner, is because something was happening here, and since the wiring is Japanese rats and hedgehogs and whoever climbs in here for the winter, they seem to really like this piece right here. And what's really nice about this car is the feature that it has is every single seat folds down and turns into a bed. And whenever you don't need the back row, you can just lift them up and strap them up to the handles right here, both of them. So we have two benches, sort of a one bench. Those captain seats right here are just out of this world amazing. And the reason why I'm saying that is this lovely Japanese feature of folding the captain seat in the middle of the exit. And right here we have an amazing view where you can sit down and just do some fishing. Just sit and relax in your captain seat like this, and it's you can do fishing, you can watch the mountains whenever you sit down and stop on your road trip, because the main point, the main usage of this car for people who know how to use those cars is to take them on expeditions. Those cars, they go up the mountains, they go all over the sands, all over the dunes, all over everything. Those machines, the diesel ones, they will get you through any disaster that's gonna happen in the world. This is a Japanese absolute amazing piece of machinery, basically a tank.
Там яма хорошая. Там, кстати, как раз можно было.
Especially the diesel ones, they do have a swap, a pretty famous swap that people do for UZ engines, which is the Toyota V8 that came into Lexus, Land Cruiser, Prado. Even the stock diesel engines with a little bit of bolt-ons will handle a lot of power, will get you through anything. And they don't really build up the heat under the hood, so you can leave it up all night long. And not only it will not eat a single drop of the diesel for having the car overnight with the heater on, but all this just not gonna give you any problems down the road. You will only need to do the basic maintenance. And by the way, the basic maintenance part is, as you can see, those stickers right here, they show you all the maintenance that ever there needs to be done to this car. It's written in the Japanese, so I'm not super translatable on that, but basically there's the engine code right here for M40, MPI, LPG, blah 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 blah, and these are all the intervals: 15,000 kilometers for one service, 5 for another, 5,000, 15, 10, 100,000 maintenance, 40,000, 20,000 maintenance, 80, 40, 40, 40, 80, 40,000 maintenance, and it tells you everything. That's why you should have a little logbook in each one of your cars, so you know when you're gonna service your car, when you have serviced it, and go by the books. There's also these two stickers right here. One is probably for the heater, and the other one is just a basic information form for the engine. 2800 displacement, 800 RPM is the low torque point probably. 12 degree, 32%, that's probably just a regular attack, or I'm not sure. But let's go to the front and see what's up. Exceed captain seat for the captain, for the passenger, and two of those captain seats right here. Crystal light roof with 5 sunroofs. One foldable right here, and these ones, they just have the shades opening. and these windows right here, they open up. On the first generation, which is this car, it's a manual opening for the windows, and they look like this. A little bit of ventilation right here. And the other generations, they have electronic controls. Ashtray at the back, some controls you have over there as well for everything pretty much. Some ashtrays, controls for the heater, blower, AC. Since it has two different motors, it has two different heaters and two different AC modules, as much as I remember. So if you are looking for an amazing expedition car, just don't look any further. This is the choice that you should be making. It's an absolutely amazing car, and if you get the thickest optional car that you ever can order on a Delica, you will never need anything else in your life. Maybe just a little bit of customization here and there, music or a more powerful engine or anything like that, but the base of this car is absolutely amazing. The last thing that we're gonna go over right here is the basic controls. You have the transmission, e-brake, and you have rear low, rear high. Let me see, focus right here. 4 high, 4 high low C, and 4 LLC. Rear wheel drive, 4 wheel drive high, 4 wheel drive high low, 4 wheel drive low low. And since I bought this car for $1,000, I'm not really gonna roast it for its condition. What can you do? Usually what Japanese people do is, since the technical service on this vehicle, on all of the vehicles in Japan, comes to 1,000 kilometers, they usually sell it before the 1,000 kilometers, and you know, people in Canada transport it to Canada. So what happened here, since this vehicle is in a really sad shape and people here don't know how to take care of these cars, what happened here is basically it never got its true service. It never got its gasket, oil, transmission fluid changed probably, so that's why I have to, you know, all the problems that I'm facing right now are gonna be done by me. So let's go ahead and start it up. I'm just gonna fill it up with the oil. Or one more thing, just so you understand how bad the oil on this car is, we're gonna open up the engine oil. I'll just take the very high performance diesel motor oil, whatever. This is at 1540, which I'm just gonna use as the leakage test, because the engine oil that this one takes is 5W30 diesel engine. So just so you see, this is a see-through color. Engine oil, and what's gonna be coming out is a really dark this is really dark. Spillage, damn it. But yeah, once it all goes down, let's have a look at the color of this oil. Yeah, this is just as dark as it gets, and this engine is really contaminated. Well, 2 of those jugs are going in, and this is just good for cleaning the engine oil. I'm gonna run it maybe 400 kilometers here and there, and then change it for another round of diesel oil, and then clean it again 400 kilometers, maybe a couple 100 kilometers more. We'll see how it goes, and yeah, hopefully she will start running better.
Mitsubishi Delica B.
Don't think Delicas are meant to be that fast.